Have you ever found yourself stretched far too thin? Do you ever feel both overworked and completely underutilized? Are you constantly busy, but feel like you are never actually productive? If you answered yes to any of these, you are not alone. You have likely fallen into the trap of the non-essentialist. You are majoring in minor things. Welcome to Chapters in Minutes. Today, we are breaking down a manifesto for reclaiming your time and your life. Essentialism by McKeown. This is not a time management strategy. It is not about getting more things done in less time. It is about getting only the right things done. It is the disciplined pursuit of less. Let's dive in. Lesson number 1. The paradox of success. We tend to think that success is a straight line. But McKeown points out a terrifying pattern that happens to highly capable people. Phase 1. Your focus and clear vision lead to success. Phase 2. Your success makes you the go-to person, which brings you a massive amount of new options and opportunities. Phase 3. These new options demand your time and energy, leading to a diffusion of your focus. Phase 4. You become so stretched across so many different projects that you fail to perform at a high level on any of them. Success actually becomes the catalyst for failure. The only way to survive the paradox of success is to ruthlessly cut away the good opportunities, so you have room for the great ones. You must realize that almost everything in the world is noise. Very few things are actually essential. Lesson number 2. The power of extreme criteria. How do you decide what is essential and what is noise? Most people use a very broad criteria. If an opportunity seems like a pretty good idea, they say yes. But this is how your calendar gets hijacked by mediocrity. Essentialists use the 90% rule. When evaluating an option, you must grade it on a scale of 0 to 100. If the opportunity scores anything less than a 90, you automatically change the score to a 0 and you reject it. If it is not a clear yes, then it is a clear no. Think about your current commitments. How many things are you doing right now just because they seem like a 75 at the time? By raising your standards to 90%, you force yourself to trade the trivial many for the vital few. Lesson number 3. Protect the asset. In the modern hustle culture, we wear exhaustion as a badge of honor. We brag about surviving on 4 hours of sleep and a pot of coffee. We treat our bodies like machines that can be pushed indefinitely. But the essentialist knows that you are the most valuable asset you have. And if you ruin the asset, you ruin your ability to contribute anything of value to the world. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a driver of peak performance. When you are chronically sleep deprived, your brain loses the ability to distinguish between what is essential and what is trivial. Every email feels like an emergency. Every distraction feels important. By prioritizing 8 hours of sleep, taking time to rest, and giving yourself space to simply think, you are not being lazy. You are sharpening the axe so you can cut down the tree in half the time. Lesson number 4. Master the graceful no. The main reason we agree to do things we don't want to do is social pressure. We are terrified of disappointing our boss, offending a friend, or looking unhelpful. We say yes simply to avoid a moment of social awkwardness. But the essentialist separates the decision from the relationship. Denying a request is not the same as denying the person. When you say no clearly, firmly, and respectfully, people might be disappointed in the short term, but in the long term, they will actually respect you more. They will realize that your time is valuable, and that when you do say yes to them, you are fully committed. A clear no can be more graceful than a vague or non-committal yes. Remember, every time you say yes to something unimportant, you are silently saying no to something that actually matters. Lesson number 5. Embrace the joy of missing out. We are all infected with FOMO, the fear of missing out. We scroll through social media, look at the parties we didn't attend, the investments we didn't make, and the projects we turned down, and we feel a deep sense of anxiety. But the Essentialist flips this entirely. They cultivate JOMO, the joy of missing out. When you know exactly what your highest point of contribution is, you no longer care what everyone else is doing. You find deep satisfaction in the fact that you are ignoring the noise. You are happy to miss out on the trivial things because you are completely absorbed in the few things that make your life deeply meaningful. We only have a finite amount of energy to spend in this world. You can either spread it a millimeter deep across a million different directions, or you can channel it into a single piercing beam of light that cuts through the noise and leaves a lasting impact. The choice is yours. Choose less, but better. Thank you for watching Chapters in Minutes. If this summary helped you rethink your priorities, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with someone who is currently doing too much. Until next time, protect your time and stay focused on what is essential.